You know, a Cajun is a strange sort of person. If you let him talk a little while, he can talk himself damn near into anything. He's silver-tongued devil. But if you let him talk too long, he'll talk himself right out of it, no matter what it is. With that in mind, I'd like to tell you about 3 Cajuns that died, and they went to heaven, and they met St. Peter at the pearly gates. So there's 3 Cajuns and St. Peter, and St. Peter's looking at these 3 Cajuns and says, God bless it. 3 Cajuns. I don't get many Cajuns. I just can't let them into heaven, just straight up like that. He said, I'm going to have to give them some kind of test. He said, can't make it too hard. Never pass it. He said, wait a minute. He said, I'll tell you what, guys. He said, if any one of you guys can tell me the Easter story, you tell me what happened at Easter, I'll let you into heaven. Fontenot, he said, you first. Well, Fontenot thought about that a good while. God bless the Easter story. He said, wait a minute. He said, I think I got it. He said, once a year, they got a little fat man. He got a white beard and a red suit. And he got some deer with flies. He said, I never seen nothing like that. And he said, he got a sack full of toys. And he goes around everywhere and he dropped toys off to the little children. And he makes everybody happy. He said, that's the Easter story. He said, wrong. I ain't no Easter story. He says, Thibodeau, he says, you're next. Boy, Thibodeau rocked back on his heels a minute. He said, come on. Dang, he said, the Easter story. Come. He said, wait. He said, I think I got it. He said, I can't tell you what year that was. But he said, it was a long time ago. There's these 3 ships what left Spain. And they sailed all the way across the ocean. He said they landed themselves on a rock. He said it sounded like a car, that rock. He said Plymouth. He said that's it. He said they got there and he said they found them some Indian. He said they buried some fish in the ground. He said I don't know what the hell for. Plant some corn, kill some turkey, and passed a good time all day long. He said, that's the Easter story. St. Peter said, no, ain't no Easter story. He said, Rosa, he said, you're the last man. You got to do it. Boy, Rosa thought about that a while. He said, the Easter story, the Easter story. He said, wait. He said, I think I got it. He said, if I remember right, he said, it was right around that year 1. He said that this little baby was born. He said, if I remember right, they had some sheep, some cows, some horse, and some pig all around that little baby. And these 3 wise men come, brought that little baby some present. He said, made the family happy like hell. Said they took that little baby to go and raise him somewhere else in one of them other towns. He said, grow up to be a striking young man. He said, the only problem, he start his own religion and he piss everybody off. God bless. He said they arrest that old boy. He said they throw him in jail like that. 2 or 3 days later, took him out of jail, strap across there and march him up a hill. They killed that man. Took him off that and go and bury him in a big hole in the ground. Put him in that hole, roll a big rock on top of him. St. Peter does it. You getting there? You coming, boy? Go ahead. Boy, that Cajun got excited. He said, that's right. He said, don't you know, 3 days later, they done come back to that same hole. They rolled that rock off of that man. Don't you thought that man done got up out that hole? St. Peter says, that's it, boy. You got it. That's the Easter story. He said, wait a minute. He said, I'm not finished. He said, every February, when he come out that hole, if he see his shadow, we got bad weather for 6 weeks.